Hello, today we are watching a game between Cast, who is Melter Skeletor, versus Steelsane. I was promised this was a good game. Only thing I know about it is that it includes raids, so I'm kinda curious to see. And when the raid changed in the last patch, Cast actually said it was a buff to the raid. I don't quite agree, but let's see what happens in the game. So Cast will pick supply spec, right? I guess the cost control is also okay. Maybe in this patch when the sledges are pretty good, maybe even this is good. Yeah, it's supply. So I'll be watching this from Cast's perspective. And this Steelsane always does this. He picks tanks, then he goes a couple of marksmen, then he goes either more sledgehammers or some Vulcans. And I have no idea what Cast is doing. He's pretty wild at the game sometimes. Sometimes he has very solid strategies, sometimes he plays really experimental. He has some very cool ideas about the game. And he's actually predicting the position of the sledgehammers, putting the fangs in front of it. It's like a very standard aggro setup. I think against this maybe more fangs is better than crawlers, but it's kinda risky also to give the enemy an out to go, like Mustangs or Storms here. So maybe it's better to pick both of them. Let's actually use the automatic camera. I never use this. So the sledges are winning, no surprise. The sledge is such a strong unit now. I think it's super broken. It might be a bit vulnerable to early war factories though. It's haste module for sure, right? Maybe Cast could even skip here. But for sure haste module on the tanks, right? Or to a Vulcan. So it's supply spec against heavy armor. I didn't realize this before, so Steelsane is really preferring these sledges. He's hard forcing the sledge back. And the heavy armor spec is a pretty good one with the sledges. Or it's not a good specialist, but it helps the sledges a lot. And Cast is spinning some chaff and going great. There is aerial specialization available, and Cast is putting his raid in a position where the marksman insta-locks to him, the Wraith, if he gets aerial spec. But I've talked to Gust about it and he says that he doesn't care. He thinks that it's a very good thing if the enemy takes the aerial spec on the marksman. And the Wraith will win the round. So he has degenerate beam, armor, range and floating artillery array. The same text that I have and a lot of other people have, I would imagine. Almost leveled. This missile strike, barrier or skip. I think Steelsane will go barrier here. I would go barrier if I would be Steelsane, yeah. And maybe missile strike for Gust. Missile here is pretty powerful. And Steelsane doesn't flank very often. Sometimes he puts like phoenixes here late game. He is capable of doing very aggressive plays in the flanks, although he's a very defensive player usually. Yeah, there's the missile strike. Are we gonna see another raid or no? The rate is okay versus same level sledges nowadays, but the level 2 sledges are kinda rough for the rate to kill. Okay, so he is going to flank this early. I'm very surprised by this. But I don't think it's that good here. He might get a good round here, but Gust just will upgrade the tower. Didn't Gust see the crawlers in the center before the round? Very strange deployment with the storms. If he saw it. Like for sure you put these storms like here, right? The Wraith is a very good unit paired with the steel balls, like it clears the chaff very well, but it lacks in single target damage. If the enemy goes something like rhinos or fortress, the Wraith will get stuck onto those. So that's where the steel balls come in. So it's pretty important in these situations to keep one leveled ball in your composition, I think. But Gust isn't committing into anything. There's only one raid, there's a couple of storms, a couple of steel balls. And I suspect the Wraith will become a big menace when it levels. Like the leveled Wraith with the item. This is interesting. Could be even the tank production, if Steelsane wants to go overlords here. But he already has the barrier. So he picks the Rhino. This is actually quite problematic now that the tanks are here. The Rhino is pulled here, so Gust need to upgrade both of his towers to defend it. There's the Melter against the Wraith. No surprise there. But the melter is actually very weak to the steel balls. And the steel balls are faster than the rate. So they will tank for the rate. Leveled the crawlers. Steelsane is actually playing quite aggressively into the flanks. Really surprised by that. When I played against him, he's not doing that at all. Maybe he's changed up his playstyle a bit. Still 500 money, nothing built. 5 seconds left. Okay. Upgrades both towers, goes some raids. Let's see how the melting point does. Oh, I think Cast needs to beacon the raid to the fangs. Or deploy more stormcallers. The balls got stuck on the fangs and the raid ran straight to the melting point. So Steelsane will win this round hard, very hard. I wonder if we will see a technology on the raids. Cast board is pretty strange though. I guess the raids make the stormcallers a lot better, because the raids clear the crawlers pretty fast. This skip for sure. The new item is so bad, I think. Actually, for Steelsane it might be good for the melting point. He even has the multi-melter. If he ever wants to go the multi-melter, it would be good. Oh, he actually picks it. So let's see now if the item will do anything. It is pretty nice here, though. I think when seeing this kind of board state, I think Cast should go armor on the steel balls and commit more on the balls. Oh, he took heavy armor, super heavy armor. That's actually pretty wise. He needs to clear these fangs faster though. I think he really needs to deploy a raid here. Or beacon this to here. This is actually very nice for this turn. It will distract the melting points a lot longer. So I suspect Cast will win this round heavily. Now he's actually beaconing the raid. And replicating Steelsane's crawlers on the flank. I think the replicate is pretty nice with the raid if you can get some good replicate targets, because if the enemy commits to the replicate also, you will always win the fight, because your raids will clear all the crawlers. Like when you lose a certain position, the raid will just clean up, but the positions you win, you generate infinite new chaff. So it is looking quite rough, even with the super heavy armor on the balls. I wonder what killed them so fast. I kinda forget to look. I think there was a chaff problem here. I think Steelsane should pick the mobilized battleship here for sure. There's nothing cast can do about it. Yeah, he picks it. It's pretty rough card here. I think the position is correct also. We'll kill the fangs, then kill the towers. And it will kill the level 2 tower pretty fast here. So let's see, what are we doing with the missile strike? Oh, Gust picks it also. I guess it's a defensive one here. No. So these are new Mustangs, I guess. I think he wouldn't do it otherwise, right? Now there's a boat and still no raid here. I think he should missile these at least, the fangs. Big problem here, the fangs, I think. Slows down the ball so much. There is the storm shooting, but they are too slow. Oh no, there's a missile. Yeah. An instant debuff by both, right? It is looking pretty rough. Has the new item been doing anything? I don't think so. Is Gust actually winning this? Oh, right. He's committing pretty heavily into the decks. He only has 2 raids and he has range, and he has only 1 boat with ground cannon. I guess he needed a shield, thought he needed shield break for the barrier, or why did he get it? Not quite sure, because he had the big balls that can clean up the barrier. This can be anything. Skip is good, senior manufacturing is good. Maybe you can go Giant Hunter. It's pretty risky though this late. I think this boat is a big mistake. I think for sure he needs to commit into the steel balls. Like he's building units that are bad against melting point. And the steel balls actually counter the whole enemy board. He could go mech div or armor. Either way, it's very good for him, I think. I think this boat was a big mistake. Or maybe he was running out of deployments. I didn't quite see. Now there's a raid on the flank, and there's a melting point. Oh, armored raids, okay. The marksman insta-locks onto it. It seems a bit sus. Does it work? I don't know. Ah, he blocks the marksman, okay. Let's see. Raid is dead. The second raid comes through. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. He gets the Mustangs to lock onto the raid instantly there. So the crawlers run through the Mustang damage, because the Mustangs aren't shooting at it. But now I think Steelsane just builds a couple more melting points. Right. He has a big chaff problem also. So what will he do? He needs to answer the raid and he needs to answer the chaff. This for sure orbital for both, right? Skill spec doesn't do anything, gives cast the missile. For sure orbital. Yeah. I would think this is pretty obvious orbital. I think Cast should be able to figure this out and do a mobile beacon here. Yeah, and he's orbitaling the sledges and the Mustangs. It's pretty good target, I guess. Oh, even a melting point. Nice. I'm sure he will beacon this, right? He could orbital the level 4 balls though also, so it's not quite as telegraphed. There's 2 targets. Now the flanks will die instantly, right? I think Cast should missile this. Yeah, he's beaconing them. He should attack here with the boats, yeah. Is the boats good? They are the best one here, I think, is late in the game. Orbital killed only the raids. Is he going through from the left side? Oh no. The boats aren't beacons, so they cannot get the tower. Was it worth it to save the one boat on the right? If he used the beacon on the left, he would have gotten the tower. Is it over? It's not over yet. Holy shit, 39 health. The EMP is pretty rough against the air units. I think you need to go photon here. Right. Actually, I think for Cast maybe a good place to pick EMP. Put the EMP here. And go a lot of crawlers this turn and take the subterranean bliss. There's not a lot of chaff clear, and when you disable the high explosive ammo, it's pretty nice. Will he go photon here? I think you definitely need to go photon here. I think the missile goes through, by the way. The raid should have enough damage to kill the shield after the EMP, right? Or maybe it would need level 2. He's also crazy. This guy has 4 melting points, but not a single technology. Like any one of these is crazy good, like crawler summoning range. Crawler summoning would be pretty nice, I guess. So let's see if the missile will go through. There's no... Oh, there is photon, okay. No, the missile didn't go through. Steelsane is winning the left side. What about the right side? The boats are coming. It's very close. I think... I don't know. The melters are this level 2. And this one has the absorption module. Yeah, they insta-lock onto this stuff. There's no chaff left. This guy will heal itself, right? Is there enough damage? Very close. Holy shit. The new module coming in clutch. Amp core, right? Very good item for boat, I think. Level 1 boat and put an amp core. The crazy thing is that the balls are still super good here. Like elite recruit 3 balls and go armor on them is very strong. But now there's a multi-melter. The balls wouldn't be good against that. So maybe that's why Cass didn't commit to the balls earlier. Maybe he was so afraid of this. I don't know. I think it would have been a good trade. Because the multi-melting points are pretty bad against the boats. Like early game. When you have like two melters or one. So Steelsane is killing the raid with the mobilized battleship drop, right? That's pretty funny. So this has 15,000 health. This has 21. So doesn't the boat just die? Or is it... Oh, it's cast drop, okay. So he's giving photon to the side. The multi-melter was actually a really nice technology for this turn. Or is it enough? It actually countered every play Cast could make. Or are the boats actually winning? Like the multi-melter is very good against wasps. It's very good against the balls I was talking about. It isn't bad against anything. Okay. Is Gust winning this with the storms? He's not dead though. Is it acid blast maybe? Actually this is pretty nice for Cast, the extended range war factory. Because the multi-melters are really bad against ranged war factories. He has so much money. He picks the acid blast. I would have loved to see a war factory here. I think he needs to focus this absorption module melting point. Kill it first. Like commit here heavily. But I would have loved to see a war factory here with the extended range guard and range tech on it. I think it would have been actually pretty nice. Now there's crawler spawn. There's only 2 raids here cleaning up. So this will reduce the enemy attack by 30% and it will take 30% more damage. It's pretty powerful here also. It's a good play. I think he committed to the wrong side. This kind of good play, the acid though. He's expecting to lose the left side, so the melting point will walk through the acid all the way here. I think Cast is hard winning this, right? The acid is a little bit off, right? It's quite unlucky. Or is this guy standing in it? No. What an unlucky debuff timing. The melters won. So this, I don't know. Did it look good? The absorption module? Nice game though. I think he needed to commit here though. To kill the absorption module guy. There's no real benefit from getting this tower killed, because your stuff here is already dead when that happens. I don't know, it was a kind of weird game. Was pretty good one though. Nice to see the multi-melters every time. Yeah, thanks for watching.